Hi, everyone. Mr.
Yeah, good
Adele, is
evening.
that you?
It's me.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening, everyone. We appreciate your joining us today.
Evening, sir. Mr. Lawrence, longest time.
Mr. Adele Bidapo.
Good evening.
Thank you. You just
Same here. It's just well. Olga, well
you
done,
know what
sir.
they say now about the goldfish. You know what they say about the goldfish now? It has no hiding place.
No hiding place. Well done.
Welcome.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. So we'll give like a couple of minutes so I can have more persons join us. The more the merrier. So we'll just give like a couple of minutes before we start the event proper. Thank you for your understanding. So we'll give like a couple of minutes so I can have more. Makes sense.
on top now. Okay. So I think we have a lot of audience on the YouTube now. We can start, Mr. Lawrence.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Thank you for that. All right, from my end here is good evening. I feel free to also say good morning. I like to check. There seems to be like an echo.
That should be from your side. It's not my over here.
Sorry?
It's not my over here. Can you check your side?
Okay, I can hear myself. Okay, I can continue then. All right, let me check. I have just one instance opened.
Okay, hello everyone. While we wait for Mr. Lawrence to come in, thank you so much for joining this Fabric Data Day 2026. This is actually a yearly celebration of Microsoft Fabric. And we are trying to push this to everyone to know about Fabric, to know about Microsoft product. And I mean, technology is advancing. We also need to advance. I mean, for sure, if we don't advance, we might not, flow with the way the technology is going. So that is one of the reasons why we are bringing these Fabric bootcamp to us to create awareness and to also let us know about different opportunities, different different way how you can benefit from Microsoft product. From today's training, we are going to, one of the things we want to check is how do we navigate around Fabric? What is even Microsoft Fabric? Also, we are also going to talk about how you can get free voucher. I mean, we all know about Microsoft voucher. Voucher, it depends on your region. It's above 100 USD, but we are going to explain different way where you can actually get a free voucher due to this celebration. Okay, once you have the voucher, you can actually write any of the Microsoft exam, whether you want to do the PL 600 and DP 600, DP 700, and DP 800, which is the new certificate, which is SQL AI. So I want to welcome you all for joining us. Okay, we are KZ Solution Academy. What we do, we bridge the gap. We all know that nowadays, the theory that we learned in school cannot take us to, it cannot take us anywhere. A fresh graduate cannot just go into any professional work with their certificate now. You need to understand the practicals. Okay, you need to understand how to make use of these tools. You need to understand how to make use of this product. So this is one of the reasons why we are bringing up this. All right, Mr. Lawrence is there. He's going to continue from there.
All right.
Yeah, Mr.
Thank you very
Lawrence.
much for Mr. Alaka. All right. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining this session. On behalf of KZ Solution, I'd like to say, thank you, for joining this session. Thank you for taking time to join us, depending on where you are. We say good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. All right, like Alaka, did introduce, we are talking about Microsoft Fabric Day. Microsoft Fabric Data Day. If you've been online in the last couple of days or weeks, you might have, come across this, especially on LinkedIn, right? That's what everyone is practically discussing. And we felt the need to also, let you know about this so that you're not left out, right? So we're excited to take you through like a practical end-to-end data analytics and data engineering project using Microsoft Fabric, right? It's a new development from Microsoft, and there's the need for us to, tap into this. So by the end of this section, we'll be telling you, you'll see how the different Fabric workload work together to build like a modern analytics solution, from data collection to data transformation, storage, and then, visualization. We'll also discuss how you can qualify for a free Microsoft certification exam. So they are giving out, certification exams, for people to take part, right, in the three major aspects, which is the Certified Fabric Analytics Engineer Associate, which is the DP600. There's also the DP700, which is the Microsoft Certified Fabric Data Engineer Associate. And then there's DP800, right? So you can get a free voucher for any of these, just, to use for any of these exams. There's also the DP800, which is the Microsoft Certified SQL AI Developer Associate. So going through this section, you know how you can, go about getting the voucher. It's very important, right? When there is communications like this on the internet, or generally for us to also bring it home so people can also partake in it. So if you are meeting us for the first time, though I'm seeing like a lot of faces that I know, a lot of names that I know, but if you are meeting us for the first time, I'd like to briefly introduce ourselves. This is KZ Solution Academy. Our mission is to actually bridge the gap between theory and industry practice. So if you check all over the internet, you see a whole lot of videos and all of that. But what we do here is bring the practical aspect where you take active part in our teaching, in the teachings. So we focus more on practical hands-on training, and we try to equip students and IT professionals with the skills that they can immediately apply in their workplace. And for those who are seeking new employment, also bring them to relevance, right, with the the trainings and the teachings. We believe that the best way to learn technology is by building real world solutions or scenario, rather than just studying concepts. So for our training programs, we have a lot of programs. Popular one, becoming a professional data analyst. So here you learn advanced Microsoft Excel, data preparation and cleaning, database visualization tools, Power BI, SQL database, SSRS, which is a SQL Server reporting system, right? We also have, the SQL Server-based administration, which is also one of our new courses, where you learn installation, configuration, backup and recovery, and all of that. We also have the Oracle database administration, right? So where you master Oracle database, the installation, administration, backup, recovery, and performance tuning. There's also the Microsoft Fabric Data Engineering, which we'll talk extensively about today. How to learn about data ingestion, pipelines, lakehouse, warehouse, and all of that, just to mention a few. There's also the cybersecurity, right, where you build practical skills in cybersecurity fundamentals, network security, threat detection, vulnerability management, and all of that. So all our courses are designed to be practical and career focused. We combine instructor-led training, live demonstration, on-hand labs, assignments. We take assignment very seriously, and then real-world project. We have like capstone projects that each of our students are required to, go through, do the needful, and then we'll evaluate accordingly. So also, if you are someone who is just looking to transition into of your, your career or where you're coming from, take advantage of any of our courses, and then you are sure to be on track. So this also helps to, enhance your career. If you're in any of these spaces already and you are able to, learn new things, right? This would, also help you. So KZ Solution Academy is here to support your journey, regardless of where you're coming from. So for today's section, we'll have, Alaka, put us through what Fabric is all about, and then we'll have like a dedicated section where you can ask questions. But notwithstanding, we have the chat. If you have any questions, you can drop your questions in the chat. Be sure that we would, attend to them, right? And then as we go, through the section, please feel free. If you have friends, you might want to share with them. We are live on YouTube as we speak now. Also, go there, like, subscribe, share with your friends, have them join us, right? Most times it's a lot better when you are learning with someone. If you have a friend in the same space, both of you can be in this gathering where you learn together, you ask questions, and then you encourage each other. So I'd like to thank you once again for joining us. We'll just get started and explore the incredible capabilities of Microsoft Fabric. Alaka, if I want to take off from there. Thank you very much, everyone. We appreciate
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Lawrence, for that brief introduction. So once again, I want to appreciate everyone that joined this section. Thank you so much for coming and having that predilection to learn new things. As I was saying earlier, we need to also want to be able to learn new things, because the way the world is going now, with this advancement of AI, the way the world is going, we need to also be doing the same thing that will contribute to the advancement of technology. Very soon, a lot of people are going to be losing their job. It is normal. It is not just even this year. Before the end of this year, a lot of things are now automated. So we need to the job role or the skills that that you can have to get a job in the last 2 years is not the same skills that you need to have. Even now, those people that are still using CV of 2 years ago, that CV cannot get you that job again. Because now, if you are seeing some job description, they're already putting AI there. You see that you need to have knowledge of how to use generative AI, how to use Cloud, how to use ChatGPT, all those things. So we need to embrace it and also learn all of these things. So thank you once again. All right. So today I'm very excited to take you through this journey today on Microsoft Fabric. I know a lot of people, this is the first time you are hearing this terminology. What is actually a Microsoft Fabric? What is Microsoft Fabric? A lot of people like that are just hearing that. Also, I know we have some professionals that they are already making use of Power BI, making use of different visualization tools. This is the next thing that you need to know. There'll be some job role now, even if you are a Power BI analyst, the part of the requirement will be having the understanding of Microsoft Fabric. So today we are going to discuss what is Microsoft Fabric. We are going to walk through the portal, and we are going to end it with a project. And you see, it's always good to learn using a project. One thing that I learned recently is that, everything has changed. Even the way we learn has changed. Before you can, you might have to make use of go through numbers of textbook before you can understand something. But now things has changed. So this is actually the strategy we are using in KZ Solution Academy. We are learning through project. While working on a particular project, one of the things I have noticed is that most of these projects are actually repetitive. If you are able to complete a particular project, the next project you are going to be working on either the same skills or a little bit additional things that you need to know to be able to implement it. So once you're able to master one project, it's going to help you to understand the tools. And we have a lot of the knowledge base is actually enormous now. So if you say you want to learn a particular thing, you want to know everything about it, it might be difficult because you might need to visit a lot of videos, watch a lot of videos, a lot of books. So if you are able to learn according to project, it's going to streamline your it's going to streamline the material that you need to use to be able to achieve what you need to achieve. So that's the reason why we are going to go through a mini project today. And at the end of this section, I hope everyone on this call will be able to also do the same project. If you see our advert, we put there that this is a hands-on, it's an hands-on boot camp, whereby we wanted to bring your laptop, we wanted to practicalize everything we are doing today. Okay, so as we are talking, we are going to be dropping the links. We promise you that we are going to provide everything for you to be able to get whatever we are going to do today. You should be able to do it by yourself. So as we are mentioning it, we are going to be dropping the link. Make sure you click on the link. And if you have any question, please make use of the question and answer button. All right. Thank you. We recognize our people on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining. So please, if you also have any question, feel free to drop the question on YouTube chat. We have a coordinator who are monitoring it. They are going to we'll be able to answer those questions. So once again, welcome everyone. So today we're going to be talking about Microsoft Fabric, and it's a free hands-on introductory day for Power BI users and anyone ready to explore modern data platform. The way data is, we all know now that data is the new oil. Well, it has actually gone more than that. Now people are saying token is the new oil. I don't know if you understand what I mean by token. Token is actually what this generative AI use. So mostly we know data is the new oil. So which mean any company that want to succeed in this age need to make use of their data. You cannot just make any assumption in your business without making use of a verified data. And that is the work of a data analyst. That's their work. Even personally, I believe a lot of us are actually been doing this thing unknowingly. Before you make a purchase, what do? You do review. Currently now, if I want to buy anything online, the first thing I do is review, either to snap that object, upload it on Google or any generative AI platform, and ask about people's review about that item. In the olden days, we do not have that. So we just do things the way it comes. But now we need to be strategic. That is the reason why we need to learn these tools and know how to make use of it. And this is actually what companies are actually leveraging on. Also, the good thing about Fabric is a new product. So which means in the next, for instance, in Qatar, Fabric capacity is not yet deployed in the Qatar region. So which means for people in Qatar, if you are part of the people that learn these skills, you will be an hotcake, because a lot of companies are actually waiting for this to be released. Same or in other parts of the world. So Fabric is the new oil now, because every other things, before now, whenever you want to learn something, you learn data engineering separately, you learn Power BI separately, you learn Azure separately. But with Fabric, you only need to learn one thing, and you will have knowledge of all of these things. You'll be able to work as a data engineer, you'll be able to work as a data analyst, you'll be able to make use of ML, machine learning, in the same place. So please, I want you to listen attentively. If you have any question, feel free to put it on the chat, and you can put up your hand reaction button, and we are going to answer you. Also, please, we also like you to also make use of the reaction button as we are going. All right, we'll start. So Global Fabric Data Day 2026 is a worldwide community-led celebration of Microsoft Fabric. And today's section, which is organized by KZ Solution Academy, is our own contribution to the community. You see, it's a free bootcamp, because we are, as a community, one of the things we are helping ourselves with is to be able to see new things. So that, they said when you are not aware of something, when you are not aware of something, you might easily ignore it. But when you are aware, when you know that this is the current situation in the world, it will be easy for you to convince yourself and say, no, I need to, whatever I'm doing before, I need to upgrade myself. I need to upskill myself. A lot of things are out there, but we need to know. Once we are aware, then we will be able to leverage on those skills. All right. So this section, who is it for? Power BI users, analysts, and data engineers who want to see Fabric end to end. As a Power BI user, you have been working in isolation. in your organization, you need to work with the machine learning engineers, you need to work with data engineering. No, but with Fabric, everybody can work on the same platform. So it's going to be a 2-hour section. Okay, and what you are going to walk away with, you are going to be walking away with the Fabric workspace. We are going to show you how to create a workspace in Fabric, how to access Fabric. Fabric is actually a licensed software, the software as a service. We are going to show you how to get a free license for 60 days. Okay, so also that free license also work for Power BI. So if you are a Power BI user, as a Power BI user, we have Power BI desktop and Power BI service. So if you're a Power BI user and you've been working on Power BI service, because of the license, you are unable to work on Power BI desktop rather, because of the license, you are unable to work on Power BI service. So once you're able to secure this license, you'll be able to work, make use of the Power BI service. So please make sure you stay to the end of the section. All right, so what we want to look at, the agenda. So firstly, we are going to be looking at our demo. If you see in our advert, we put a demo that from Microsoft Form to dashboard. This is really is a very interesting project. And this project is actually, it can be applied in any settings. We are going to see how it works, okay? Now, the next thing we'll talk about Fabric story. What is Fabric? What is the story? Then we are going to navigate through the Fabric workspace. After creating a workspace, we need to show you what are these items called. Okay. Also, going through this training, if you're able to apply everything we ask you to apply, and we are going to provide all the required material, you can actually approach this exam and pass it. You can pass the exam. I've worked with someone that I provide all the material. The person did not access Fabric, and he was able to pass the exam. So we can show you how to do all that, but you need to understand it. Okay, so Power BI inside Fabric. What is Power BI inside Fabric? A lot of people are confused. Now, you say we have Power BI inside Fabric. Does it mean that Power BI is going to be deprecated? We are going to explain all of that. Data Factory, what is Data Factory? Exploring Lakehouse, what is Lakehouse? Then we are going to work on our project. We are going to do this project live here. We are going to do it together. Is anyone excited about that? If you're excited, I want to see your reaction. Please use the reaction button. If you want to see how to create the project end to end from the beginning to the end. Thank you for that reaction. Thank you. Thank you. More reaction. Thank you. All right. So at the end, we are going to be talking about the certification part. How do you navigate the certification part? What are the things you need to put in place for you to actually present yourself in that way? For instance, I think I currently have up to three Microsoft voucher that I have not used, and I got all of them free. So we need to show you how can you get all of this. So when you are not aware of something, it is easy to lose it. So you need to be part of the community. When you are part of the community like this, okay, that is when you get all those information. Oh, good. When you are not informed, you will be deformed. Yeah, that's the right word. So we are going to show you how to be able to get all of this, how to pass your certificate. Then we are going to be answering your question. So the demo project we want to work on, this is a workflow, okay? The way it works, in which we are going to see it in practice. So the first thing is that we are going to give you the link. Everybody, you are going to access that form. The first thing is that the user, you is a user. You are interacting with a form. For instance, as a salesperson, whenever let's make use of a supermarket. Whenever you go to a supermarket, they make use of a barcode scanner. Whatever you have purchased, whatever item you have purchased, the person in the counter is going to scan that product. Once the person scans that product, what happens is going to deduct the item quantity from the inventory. And you want that to actually be a real time, because your inventory is already one, and a customer has purchased that inventory. You also have some customer interacting on your website, purchasing from your website. So immediately when customer purchase that item, the inventory should remain zero. How do you achieve that? Because if the inventory is not zero and the other person also place order, there's going to be an issue. Because the other person already got the item, and because the inventory was not deducted in real time, another person was able to purchase the same item. So with one item, for two customers, So this is what we are trying to bridge. So it applies in many ways. In our own case, we are going to be making use of Microsoft Form. You fill a Microsoft form. Immediately you fill a Microsoft form, it appears. There's an update on the dashboard. It could be a sales. It could be a performance report. You have a lot of people in field. The people working in your company. You have salesperson working remotely. So all of these salesperson, they are actually, whenever they make a purchase, they fill this form. And from your hand, as the manager, you want to be able to see their performance. You want to be able to track everything in real time. These are the things that Fabric can solve for you. Everything inside Fabric, which is what we are going to do today and we have done. All right, so the first thing is that user input, they fill the form. After filling the form, we created a Power Automate trigger at the back end, who is going to collect the data from the form and send it to Azure SQL database. We make use of Azure SQL database. Why did we do that? Because we actually want to prove some things, some of the capability of Microsoft Fabric. Okay, so the form is the data from the form is collected and inserted into SQL database. From the SQL database, we create a mirrored Azure SQL database. So on Fabric, good. So in Fabric, a lot of capabilities where you can collect your data. One of the main advantage of Microsoft Fabric is that you have all your data in one place. Before now, everything is in silos. Now we are talking about cloud. This is cloud-based. Before now, you want to create an end-to-end project like this, you need to work with different tools. Okay, you have a particular tools to collect the data. You have another tools to store the data. You have another tools to wrangle the data, to clean the data. All of these tools, you purchase them separately. However, in Fabric, everything in one place. Also, in our case now, we already have our data collected from the form and populated into the database. Now, we don't need to collect the data again from the database to our lakehouse. So we made use of mirrored Azure database. What does that mean? It means whenever there is any update on the database, it's going to automatically be replicated on our lakehouse. And on the lakehouse, that is the main storage where we store everything in Microsoft Fabric, where everything can be connected to. Okay, so we make use of mirrored Azure SQL database. Then from there, we clean our data. You might need to, maybe you want to remove some columns, you want to change some data type, we did that. We use data flow gen 2 to do that. Okay, so after that, we put up a semantic model. Okay, semantic model after the data flow gen 2. And after the semantic model, then we have our data visualization. This is just the end-to-end workflow, which we are going to practicalize today. All right, this is the next page, which is actually what we want to demonstrate today. So please, I want everyone to scan this barcode. We are going to drop the link on the chat. I want everybody to fill this form right away. Please, for those connecting on YouTube, please, you can also fill the form. We are also going to drop the link on. You can scan it. You can scan the barcode or click on the link to fill the form. So we are demonstrating the way it works. So once you fill this form in real time, this dashboard is going to be updated. And one of the good things that will make you to know that it's being updated is that you are going to find your name here. So please make sure you know what you are selecting. So you can select anything, okay? Select anything, select today's date, on the form, select anything you want to select, put your value, put the customer order, put everything, okay, and submit. Are we doing that? Please, you can unmute yourself and respond. Are we doing that? Oh, great. Please, you can use the reaction button once you're able to complete that. Once you're able to complete the registration. Not registration, it's just a demo. There's nothing about it. Just fill the form. We just want to see how it works. That from Microsoft Form, you can actually have a real-time updated dashboard. So while we are waiting for you all to fill the form, I would like to use this opportunity to meet you, maybe 2 to 3 people. Just you just unmute yourself, tell us about yourself. Tell us your name, where you are connecting from, tell us if you have used Microsoft Fabric or Power BI before, or you are a newbie into data. So please, if you want to do that, you can unmute yourself and put up your hand while we are all filling the form. All right, who want to introduce himself or herself? Who want to do that? Just a few things about you, at least. We want to know who we are talking to. Let us know your capacity, so that we actually know whether we need to go slow, whether we need to go more details, So anyone, you can just unmute yourself and tell us your name, where you are connecting from, and your interaction with Fabric or Power BI. Anyone? You can unmute yourself. We're waiting. And please, while others, please fill the form. Thank you, Mr. Lee.
My name is Dele Bidapo, and I am joining from the US. I am a database administrator for some years now. And I've been opportune to use Power BI and SQL Server report services. Basically, I'm an infrastructural DBA, and because of that, I am opportune to, understand some of these things that you're talking about. I'm also a product of KZ Academy. I think I've done both the data science class here and the data analytics class too. So it's my pleasure being here today. I hope to learn this end-to-end product from Microsoft. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that wonderful presentation, Mr. Dele. All right, Babajide, you want to say something? Let us meet you. Please, everyone, please be prepared. It's actually an interactive class, so please, we need you be asking you questions time to time because it's an hands-on project that we are working on and we are doing it together. So please, anyone want to also tell us? Just need 2 more people. Why others are actually filling the form. Any other person? Okay. All right. So if there's no one that want to talk, so I want to know how many. If you have completed the form, can you please use the reaction button? You have completed the form. Please use the reaction button. I'm waiting. Thank you, Mr. Lawrence. Thank you. Oh, Oladipupo, thank you so much. Let's see others. Udupe, makes sense. Thank you, people from. Thank you for people from YouTube. Thank you so much. We can see your comment. We can see your comment. Thank you for joining. Any other person? Thank you. Nice to meet you. Blessing. We also dropped the link on the. Yeah, thank you. Go ahead.
Yes, I was locked out by my network. Yes, my name is Babajide, and I'm also a part of KZ Solutions Batch 2, actually. That's year 2022, 23. Yes, so I've been, used to the data analysis, but then for some years now, I've been off from data due to where I'm working now. So I see the opportunity to, go back and try to upgrade myself again, especially Power BI, SQL, and of course, Microsoft Fabric that you have right now. So thank you very much, KZ. You have always been a plus in my life. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for this option.
Thank you so much, Abajide. Batch 2. That is very long. We're in batch 11 now. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. Thank you for being a loyal alumni. All right. Any other person? All right. So I think do we have the form? on YouTube? Okay. All right, so I think we can continue now from where we stopped. Okay, so we have filled the form. Thank you so much. So before we go to the dashboard, I will briefly introduce myself. A lot of people already know me. You can see someone from batch 2. So my name is System Itokwe Alaka. I'm the lead technical trainer, KZ Solution Academy. I have more than 12 years of experience in data platform. I work as a senior database administrator, data engineer, and data analyst. I have my master's degree in University of Stirling, and I have a lot of Microsoft certification. You can see these are some of them. I'm a Microsoft certified trainer. Okay, I'm also a Microsoft training partner. All right, so please, if you want to, you can meet me. Yeah, that is, you can scan that barcode. It's going to take you to my LinkedIn. Let us meet. Let us discuss. Let's have further discussion outside this. All right. Okay, so quick show off. We have met some people. We also want to ask who uses Power BI at least once a week. Please, if you are in this category, use the reaction button. If you use Power BI at least once a week, use the reaction button. We want to know the statistic. Let's know the number of people that have used Power BI and are still using it. Okay. Who has heard of Microsoft Fabric before today? Please, if you have heard of Microsoft Fabric, can you please also indicate? Can you indicate if you have heard of Microsoft Fabric before today? Can you indicate? All right, I will stop sharing and I'm going to show you the dashboard, what we are working on, which is what we actually want to do. Oh, makes sense. Before it was 55, I can see a lot of people have actually registered. Please, if you can see your name here, can you please use the reaction button? I can see this is Idris. This is Mr. Lawrence. Oluwaseun, are you here? Yes, Mr. Kenneth, makes sense. I can see you. Oladipo, can you please unmute yourself and tell us that you are able to see your name here? Just tell us your name and I'm going to. This is Mr. Daly, makes sense. You can see how it works.
My name is Kenneth Felix and I'm able to see my name.
Oh, you're able to see your name. Thank you so much. Yes. You can see how it works. So now if I click on Kenneth Felix, it's going to filter everything to Kenneth. Can you see? I can see now that Kenneth actually put 10. Am I right in the quantity? Is that correct, Kenneth?
Yes.
Makes sense. You can see total sales. You can see this is what he picked under the product, 2K. He picked Kuwait. You can see he picked this guy. Let me also pick one more person, Mr. Dele. This is Mr. Dele. You can see. Mr. Dele, what you have here, is it what you select? What was selected when you are filling the form?
Yeah.
It makes sense. So you see how it works. It's so before we have the total number of customers here was 55. So this is 63, which means additional 8 people. 8 people actually register on the form. So please, others, if you are here to register, you can register. Before the end of the class, I will still come back here. You see your name here. So this is actually what we want to build today. Is it interesting? Is it something you would like to learn how to do? Yes. Oh, makes sense. Makes sense. If you would like to build this, can you please use the reaction button? Everybody. If you're on YouTube, please can you also put a comment, use the reaction button that you would love to do this. Oh, great. I can see a lot of reaction. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. I'm really happy. All I need to do is just to refresh, and it's going to bring the additional. You see, before it was 66, now 63, now 66. Can you see? Now I can see Oluwaseun. Oluwaseun just register. I can see Modupe just register. All of this, and if you click all of this, so this actually applies in different way. With the example I gave, in the supermarket, whenever someone purchases something, we have a lot of people attending to customers. So, and all of them are attending at the same time. So immediately, any of them attended to the customer, they get the data, it's going to update on the dashboard, there is no more automation that is more than this. The same thing with hospital. I mean, I visited an hospital. I took my daughter to an hospital one time like that. I mean, we were delayed for a lot of time. So when I got into the hospital, I saw a big television showing dashboard. That dashboard is actually showing the number of patients that they are yet to attend to, showing the number of doctors that are busy, showing the number of beds. These are the things. This is how it works. In any business, if you're able to build something like this, it's going to help any business in different way. All right. So thank you everyone for participating in this. If I refresh, if there's other person, you are going to see it. Okay, there's no more person. So this is what we want to build. So let's go because of our time. Let us continue on what we want to build. So thank you everyone for the contribution and collaboration. All right. So because of our time, we are going to go. Let us proceed. And please, if you have any question, please use the reaction button. I can say Oladipupo. Do you have a question? Oladipupo.
No.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. All right. So this is the problem. I mean, for every solution, it means there was a problem. The problem was that we have 6 tools, 6 billings, 1 headache. This is actually a software as a service, which is provisioned by Microsoft. And this is cloud. Everything is money. So before the advent of Microsoft Fabric, if you want to develop your solution, this type of solution on cloud, you need to work with different tools. One of them is ADF, Azure Data Factory, to collect your data. So whenever you are deploying ADF on Microsoft on Azure, you need to create a capacity, and you need there will be a billing for it. Oh, you want to use data warehousing, use Azure Synapse. File storage, use Azure Data Lake. All of these are actually separate. Okay, separate items that you can purchase differently on Microsoft Azure. However, with Fabric, all of this now comes together. We are going to see how all of them work. The same thing with Power BI. We all know that to use Power BI, you need to buy Power BI license. It is a separate license. You want to develop machine learning solution. You need to provision Azure ML Studio, Azure Databricks. So all of these are actually 6 different tools, 6 billing accounts. For Microsoft now, how can we enhance this? How can we? Because now even you have a lot of redundancy. Because which means now if I'm working with Power BI, it means I need to buy a storage account. This storage account, if I want to use Azure Data Lake, is another storage account for the same project. This is one of the things that is was resolved with Microsoft Fabric. Also, so what is the Microsoft Fabric? Microsoft Fabric is one platform, one lake, one bill. It's one platform that has all of these solutions together. It's a unified cloud-based SaaS analytics platform that combines data engineering, data science, real-time intelligence, and business intelligence under a single data lake. Good thing about Microsoft Fabric is that nowadays, if you see a job role, a data analyst job role, nowadays, you are going to be seeing some data engineering job description there. Now, there are some new job role now called analytic engineer. So analytic engineer is actually the role of a data analyst and the role of a data. So it's come at the middle of a data analyst person and a data engineer. So which means very soon, if you say you are a data analyst and it's only Power BI that you might not get that job. So they're adding all of these things in the job requirement. So this is where Microsoft Fabric is going to help you, because it's going to give you opportunity to learn what a data engineer is doing. And also a data engineer, it will also give you an opportunity to be able to do what a data analyst is doing. So everything in one place, depending on the job requirement. Okay, so the analogy is Fabric is to data tools what Microsoft 365 is to Office app. Microsoft 365, when you purchase Microsoft 365 license, you have Microsoft Excel, you have Microsoft PowerPoint, you have Word, everything in one place. When you install Microsoft 365, even a lot of us, we only use Microsoft Word. And we don't know that every other things are attached to it. The same thing with Microsoft Fabric. Once you provision a Fabric workspace, every other data tools, they come with it. With Microsoft Fabric, you can actually do real-time injection. Now, I worked on a project recently for a logistic company. Okay, this is like Talabat here in Qatar, logistic company, a food logistic company, whereby it's a food logistic company. You purchase, from your app, you purchase the food, and they are going to send their logistic, their bike man. Okay, they send the person to you. Now, before the advent of Fabric, or maybe other solutions are doing it, the management will not know if their bike man or their agent was unable to deliver the food until the client call, until the client reach out to them, or after some time. Why? Because there was no real-time reporting. But with Microsoft Fabric, you can ingest the data in real time. I also work on a project on Qatar weather, the weather condition. So it is very easy to do all of these with Microsoft Fabric. We have two types of data injection: batch and streaming data. It means the moment the data is being populated, you are getting it immediately. You can do all of that with Microsoft Fabric. So Microsoft Fabric is 100% cloud-based software as a service. One lake underneath, one copy of data. So with Microsoft Fabric, it means you only need to have your data, only one copy of data. Okay, you don't need to have your data in one drive. Now, the good thing about it is that even if you are using different cloud solutions, you are using Google Cloud, which is not managed by Microsoft, you are using AWS, with Microsoft Fabric, you can actually create a snapshot. What does that mean? It means you do not need to copy the data from those applications to Microsoft Fabric. You only need to create a snapshot, just like an image, and you'll be able to do whatever you want to do with your data, which is one of the things we use for this project. We have our data on a database, which is not on Fabric. Then we create a mirroring. So creating the mirroring means we are mirroring what is in the database. We are not importing the data to the database. As a result, we are able to have a real-time data analytics. Because our data, as if the data is connected, our analytic application is connected to the database. But it's actually connected to the Microsoft Fabric. We are going to see how it works. For those that have been working with Power BI before, we used to use import mode, or we use direct query. When we are importing our data, you want to connect your Power BI desktop with the data source. You can either use import or direct query. And we all know that both of them has advantages and disadvantages. For import mode, it means you are importing your data to Power BI memory. And the disadvantage is that if you have huge amount of data, you will not be able to do that for import mode. Also, for import mode, it is not real time, because you have actually imported the data to the Power BI memory, which means if there is any new data added to the data source, it's not going to reflect until you refresh the connection. And when you use direct query, sometimes you are going to be having slow running query, because direct query means you are connecting directly to the database. So as a result, it's going to affect some of your DAX formula. Some of us that have been working with Power BI, you know about DAX formula. You will not be able to write complex DAX formula. That's number one. Then number two, you are going to be having slow running query. It can actually affect the database. But with Microsoft Fabric, we have direct link. Direct link. We are going to discuss that in the next slide. All right. So one lake shared by everyone. This is what I've explained before. So one lake is actually a one platform for your data storage. So which means that once you have your data in one lake, it means data analyst, which is using Power BI, can collect the data, can connect to the data source on data lake. It means data engineer that actually want to, or data scientists that want to create an ML model, machine learning model, can also connect to the same data source. This is how it works. So which means data, there is no redundancy. Data is not being replicated. Data is not being copied from one place to another. Everything is in one place. All of the team member, they are working in the same platform. So no data duplication, no copy job, one source of truth for every tools. Now, for those that are going to be writing DP 600, which is Fabric data analytics engineer, these are the type of questions you are going to be seeing. The questions are simple. Okay, these are the type of questions you are going to be seeing. I wish I can just show you a snapshot of some of the past questions. Okay, so for those that are interested to write this exam, as I said at the beginning, that we are going to show you how to get a free voucher. And if once you're able to get a free voucher, you have I think maybe 1 month or 2 months to write the exam. So if you are interested to write the exam, please make sure you reach out to us. Also, in our next batch, we are going to be introducing Fabric Data Engineering course. So if you actually want to go deep, you want to learn this more, whereby you can apply for data engineering role, you can actually leverage on this. And this is actually one of the hotcake certificates. Everywhere you are seeing now, we have Fabric Data Day 2026. Everything is about Fabric. All right, we have data warehouse, we have all of this. Okay, everything you will find in the left. So now this is inside Fabric. Once we log into our Fabric, these are the things we are going to see. These are the different Fabric items. Okay, we are going to see Data Factory, Azure Data Factory, which is the same thing as a pipeline. We are going to see how it works. What is a pipeline? Pipeline is actually what you use to move data from one place to another. It's an orchestrator. We use it in our project. We are going to see how it works. Data engineering. You can see today we are going to do that. Data engineering, we are going to make use of Lakehouse. Lakehouse is part of the data engineering tools. Lakehouse, Notebook, Spark processing. One of the things that interests me most is that sometimes, I work as a database administrator. So I create a lot of scripts daily. I write a lot of TCO. And I also work with Python. As a data scientist sometimes. So sometimes there are some things I can do with Python that I cannot do with TCO, with SQL scripting. Because Python is more granular. It's more granular. But with SQL script, you might not be able to do it. Also, sometimes your data source, it is a CSV file. And when you want to work with SQL, it means if you have a CSV file, you have to do a lot of things to be able to convert it to a table. The good thing about Fabric is that in data lake, in the lake house, you have, for people working with SQL, you remember under the SQL object, we have SQL tables, okay? Now in Lakehouse, we have SQL tables and we have files. So which means in the same Lakehouse, you can either interact with the file or you interact with the table. Also, with a simple click, you can convert a file, CSV file, to table. We are going to see all of that in place. So it's actually, if you have been working with Power BI before and you have little understanding with data visualization tools, it will be easy for you to use Microsoft Fabric. And don't forget, Microsoft have made it easy for you to start free. When I wanted to write my Microsoft certification, I'm certified Fabric Data Analytics, I'm certified Fabric Data Engineer. When I wanted to write my first exam, I only used 1 month to work on Fabric, to get my first certification. So I did the free for 1 month, and within that 1 month, I was able to go through everything I need to go through on the platform. Also, data warehousing. All of these are just a simple click. We are going to see how it works, okay? So please, once I put it up, please, I want us to interact. If you have any question, please make sure you ask. We have data science, where you create your machine learning experiment, model training, and saving. Now, I have to tell you the truth. This is where the world is going. This is where the world is going. So please, everyone, we need to upskill ourselves. If you know that you are in, and one of the easiest way to enter, to transition into IT. A lot of people say IT is the hot cake now. Yes, it's true. Because if you are working as an IT person, you can work for more than one job. You can work for, I have some of my friends doing 3 jobs remotely. And as a doctor, can a doctor do 3 jobs together? Please unmute yourself and respond. Can a doctor? So which means nowadays, even as an IT person, you can earn more than a doctor. I was speaking with one of my friends, my Indian friend, was talking about the tax in India that, when you earn maybe below 10,000 rupees, this is the percentage that is going to be deducted from your tax. As a tax. If you earn above, so the last one is above 15,000. He said if you are working in IT, automatically you are earning above 15,000. What does it mean? So for those that are not yet in the field, and you are thinking that, not don't come into IT because of money alone. You need to also have a predilection for it. I mean, likeness for it. That it's simple. It's what you can do. We've had people transitioning. I mean, I had some people that study law in their undergraduate, and they are in IT now, making huge amount of money. Okay, and all of these things are actually easy nowadays. You don't need to write code again. It's vibe coding. And the good thing about now, we have a new one of the exams that we are going to encourage you to write is DP 800, and that is SQL AI developer. DP 800. My God. Now we have new SSMS. I don't know who have used the new SSMS 2025. I was using it recently. When I was working on it, it was as if I'm working on Google Colab. You know, on Google Colab, when you're writing Python, it's going to be suggesting the script. I mean, whatever you want to write is going to be autocomplete. Now we have the same thing on SQL. So which means if writing an SQL script is your problem, it is solved, partly solved now. Because once you write select, hello, are we still there? Once you write select statement, okay, sorry for the breakage. Can you hear me now? Okay, so once you write select statement, it's going to automatically complete it. So I'm looking at the time because we need to do the practical together. All right, we have Power BI. All right, so 3 industries, 1 platform. Now with Microsoft Fabric, these are some of the industry where you can apply these skills. And the good thing about it now is that when you're applying for jobs, don't just look for data analysts. This is what we tell our students. I mean, you are a graduate, you want to apply for a job, don't go and sit down and be creating CV for data analysts. There are a lot of roles that you can work depending on your domain knowledge. So your background, whatever you study in school, whatever you have known is not a waste. If you are working in the health sector, you can work as an health analyst. You can work as a finance analyst. You can work as an HR analyst. A lot of analysts, business analysts. All you need to know, number one, the business acumen. You need to have the business acumen. I mean, you want to work. I mean, whenever you see the advert, they will put it there. The domain is bank. So which means you need to have some banking knowledge. So if you have worked as a teller in the bank before, you can actually take up the role and you learn these skills. And to learn these new things, everything is easy to learn. And do we have anyone that believe that you can easily learn anything nowadays? You know, there's something I did recently, I had to change something in my car. If I took the car to the repairer or to mechanic or whatsoever, it's going to cost me a lot of money. You know what I did? Oh my goodness. I just look at the item. Okay, this is the item, and I ordered the item on Temu. Immediately the item got here, and I went to YouTube. How can I fix this and this? And I saw the video on YouTube, and I followed the video, and I was able to fix it. In the olden days, 10 years ago or 5 years ago, you might not be able to do it. So now, what we need is the information. When you are not informed, you will be deformed. So this is one of the essence of this community. Now we cannot do anything by ourselves alone. You need to have a community. You need to engage with people. You need to know the latest. If not, you're just going to be wasting your money. If I'm to use money to repair that particular thing in my car, it's going to cost me a lot of money. In fact, I've gone to the main car this thing, and it's going to cost me one huge amount of money. I mean, for the people here, it's going to cost me 500 riyal, above 500 riyal. Above 500 riyal. And I bought it on Temu. It was less than 50 riyal. Did you see the difference? 50 riyal, 500 to 50. And I fixed it myself. So why am I saying this? Is that there is nothing you put your mind into that you cannot learn nowadays. The same thing with these skills. All right, we are here. So unified sales and inventory. This is just like something we just built. So stock, POS feeds, and ERP stock land in one link. Direct link, dashboard refresh in seconds, not hours. So just like the same example we gave, that you use your POS, point point in store service, or what's the full meaning? You use it to collect the data that is being sold, and immediately it is deducted from the inventory. Now you can connect different solutions together. Point of sales, point of sales device with your ERP. ERP is the one that actually manages the inventory. So, these are different data. And with this Microsoft Fabric, you can actually collect the data together, engineer the data, whereby the inventory is going to be deducted by what the point of sale is bringing. That's retail. The same thing in banking. Regulatory reporting replaces a 4-tool stack. I mean, before now, when you want to do regulatory reports, you use a lot of things together, a lot of tools. You use Azure Data Factory, Synapse, Databricks, and Power BI. But with Fabric, everything can be done in one place. Real-time patient flow. This was the example I gave the other time. Bed status, ER intake, and lab results stream into real-time intelligence. KQL dashboard trigger alert before a ward goes over capacity. You see how this works. Now, what this is trying to tell us is that this is real-time report. So as the report is coming, as you are extracting your streaming data, you can put some trigger there that, okay, if I get this number, for instance, let's have a practical instance, is that I have a code room, and in this code room, this is the number of temperature. This is the percentage of temperature that will be there. That should be there. If the temperature is lesser than that, there should be an alarm. We can use it here. So as we are ingesting the data, you already put the threshold. Like if temperature is greater than this, send an email to this. Send a Microsoft Teams chat to this channel. All of this can be done with Fabric, which you can do by yourself. All right, so 4 things that changes tomorrow. No more refresh schedule. Remember I told us about the Power BI the other time, that you need to refresh. When you create a Power BI report, you need to refresh. And so when you are refreshing, it takes time. It takes time to depend on the volume of the data. So which means you do not have real time. So but now with direct link mode, you have a real time. Okay, Power BI is part of Fabric. Now Power BI is part of Fabric. So when you are using Fabric now, you already have Power BI embedded in it. So there is no separate Power BI anymore. Your report and semantic model already live inside a Fabric workspace. Okay, your skill transfer as a Power BI person, you want to skill transfer from a Power BI person and Fabric is 1-to-1, because everything you are doing on Power BI, you can do it on Fabric. Just the same platform, the same everything. Scale without limit. Fabric runs on Microsoft Cloud capacity. No data set size ceiling. No row count limit that stop you mid-report. I mean, I mentioned the import mode the other time. Like that's the total number of records that you can actually import to the Power BI memory. So which means you are constrained. But with Fabric, because Fabric is actually on cloud, it can automatically scale. It's going to be making use of your compute node. All right, navigating Fabric. So before we go, we are going to get to the practical training now. So this is what we are going to be looking at. We are going to navigate Fabric. I'm going to show you all of this. What is data factory pipeline? What is lakehouse? What is semantic model and Power BI report? I'm going to be showing you all of these. This is what I explained the other time. Don't worry, this video is going to be provided for everyone that register. Please, we are going to be sending all the details, even the link that we shared on the chat. We are also going to send it to you. I mean, we are going to compile them together. If there's any additional one, we put it. Just make sure that you register, okay? This video, we're also going to communicate it to you for everyone that registers. We have your details. Okay, so this is import versus direct query and direct link. So this is what I talked about the other time, that, I mean, what we have on Power BI, we have import mode and direct query. So import mode, the data is copied to Power BI memory, okay? The advantage is that your report is going to be fast, but it is not real time, okay? And you have size limited. You can only upload 1 gig of data. Now, when you have big data, how do you do that? This is where Fabric comes in. Then the other one is direct query. Queries the source live. It's connected to the source. But the disadvantage is that slower with complex tasks. Source DB handles the load, a lot of that. So, but with direct lake, it reads data table in lakehouse. no imports, always live. You know, it's very fast and it scales to billions of rows. Fabric only the future. So fabric is the future. And whenever you have a new technology like this, it is those that embrace it quick first that will enjoy it. Because some people will be, you'll be seeing it in the CV now. I was talking to a friend in one of the events I went to. I said, "What is your role?" He said, "I have 10 years of experience as an AI engineer." When did AI come? That you have 10 years of experience as an AI engineer. You see? So that is it. So those people that embrace it first are going to enjoy it. So this is an encouragement for you. You are thinking to go into this route. We are going to support you. Okay? You have full support from us. All right. So this is what we want to do. These are mini projects that we're going to be doing in the next few minutes. The sales performance dashboard. The same thing I show us now is what we want to build together. So, and I actually want it to be collaborative. Okay, so please, if you have any question, use the reaction button, put the question on the chat. We are going to respond to you. All right, so this is what the workflow. We are going to be extracting the CSV file. We have the CSV file. So as I said earlier, I'm going to be providing the data set for you as well, for those that are registered, okay? If you did not register, make sure you register so that you are able to get all of this in one file so that you can practice. Our goal is that you are able to build this on your own. And please, when you are posting it on LinkedIn, tag us, okay? We will really be honored for that. Thank you. All right, so we are going to be importing a CSV file, then in a pipeline, it is a copy data activity. Then the pipeline is going to copy the CSV file into our lakehouse. So I told us about lakehouse. Lakehouse is the one source of truth, one storage, the only storage. So once we're able to copy it in the lakehouse, it means we can use it for the same data set. We can use it for ML, machine learning, different things we can use it for. But for our project today, from the lakehouse, we are going to be connecting it to from the lakehouse, we are going to use it to create a data model. I'm going to add one thing here. Okay, I want to show you how data factory works. Okay, so I'm going to be adding data factory. So from the lakehouse, we are going to assume that the data is not clean. So whatever data is being collected from the CSV on the lakehouse will be a staging data. Okay, then we'll connect it with the data flow. Now, for those that work with Power Query is the same thing. I mean, data flow, just like Power Query to clean your data. So all of these are actually not new things. They're not new. Okay, so we are going to be connecting to the Azure Data Factory, Data Flow Gen 2. Yeah, Data Flow Gen 2. Then from there, we'll create a model, and we are going to create a Power BI report. If you are excited to create this with me, can you please use the reaction button? Please use the reaction button, please, if you are excited to create this with me. So thank you for our people on YouTube. Thank you. Oh, great. I can see a lot. You can also put the comments, okay? All right. Thank you, everyone. All right. So I will stop sharing now, and we are going to start the practical. I'm also excited to play this with you all. All right. So this is what we had the other time. This is. Let me refresh the dashboard and let's see if we have new person has added to this. Oh, now we have 72. Can you see how it works? Oh, great. We had 66 before, you're able to see it. Now we have 72. You see, it is running up by itself. The pipeline is running by itself. No interaction, no manual process. You fill the form and you're able to get this. So I can see all these new names. This is Emmanuel. I mean, these are new names. Oh, this is Alakamuidin. Wow, makes sense. This is Agbola Okoyebi. These are new names. This is Sone, Ubong. I believe all of these people just fill this form. If you see your name here, please use the reaction button. I want to see you. If you're able to see your name here, you just fill this form. Can you please use the reaction? Oh, Okpeyemi makes sense. Oh, makes sense. Where are others? Okay, I think others already did. Let me see from the other side. From the Facebook, you can also use the reaction button if you fill the form and you're able to see your name here. Okay, all right. So we'll start our work now. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. I'm really happy. So now, the first thing we want to do is that we want to take you through the workspace. Okay, we are going to be sharing this link on the chat. Please, this link on the chat. Please try to access this link. We are going to be sharing it on the chat. So because if you can work with me, I'm not sure you can work with me. But I believe that if you watch the video, you'll be able to create the same thing that we have done. So please check the chat. You are going to be seeing that link, the app.fabric.microsoft.com. Now, this link is actually the same thing with your Power BI service link. If you have been using Power BI service before and you go to Power BI service, it's going to automatically route you to this. So which means it is being integrated. On this same screen, you can access Power BI service, you can access Fabric. Correct? All right. How do I know? How do I know? Look at this bottom side. Can we all see this? Can you see my cursor? You see Fabric here? From here, I can change the experience, just like Row Center. If I click here, you see, I have Power BI, I have Fabric. Let me click on Power BI. So now it's showing us Power BI service. This same place, if you click it again, it's going to show you Fabric. So for you, if you do not have the Fabric license yet, you might not see Fabric, or it will be gray out. Okay? It will be gray out for you. But at the end of the class, we are going to tell you how to get a free Power BI license. And you can start using it immediately. Are you excited about that? You're excited, use the reaction button. Oh, thank you, Kenneth. If I did not see your reaction, I will not give you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. All right, so this is Fabric. So once you open Fabric, like this is a new one, I want to walk us through before we start the project. So this is workspace. What is a workspace? Let me click on workspace. Workspace is actually what actually segregates just like a project. Workspace is like a project. I want to create a new project. I create a new workspace for the project. So which means everything concerning that project will be in that workspace. Every items I want to use for that project will be inside that workspace. For instance, in our case now, this is the one I show us, Fabric Data Day. This is the one I did. This is what I did that we saw now, that we are able to fill the form and got that response. This is it. This is the workspace. So in our case, we are going to be creating a new workspace for this project. So I'm going to create, okay, before I create a new workspace, let me just take you around. So this is workspace. Okay, this is Copilot. If you want to use Copilot, Copilot is a generative AI that can actually do different things for you. So even now, the way things are now upgraded, oh my God, IT is not waiting for anyone. Do you know that with Copilot Studio, you can actually build all of these things without even coming here? With Copilot Studio and Fabric MCP server, you can do all of this. But that is not what we want to do today. So we are starting from the basic level so that at least everyone will understand what we are talking about, and you'll be able to replicate it. And from there, I mean, you can join our training. We also show you on Microsoft Learn how you can actually, how you'll be able to get all of this. So we have one lake. This is the one lake. If I click on one lake now, see all the data. See, this is one lake item. All the data that I have on this, on this my tenant here, irrespective of the workspace, they are here. Workspace is called location. This is one of the exam questions. This is one of the exam questions. They will ask you, what do we, this is an OBJ question. Where can you identify the workspace in one lake? They can put name, owner, refresh, location, endorsement. So the answer is location. So under location, you're able to see the workspace that this item belongs. So we're able to see all of that. So this is one lake which has everything. So we have monitor here. What does it do? Monitor actually monitor all your jobs. For instance, you run Spark job. So you can see this is a pipeline job. Now, if you remember what we are doing now, you fill a form, and at the end of the day, you are able to see the update on a visualization, a dashboard. There is a job running underground. This is the job. Can you see the job? I actually scheduled this job. This is the time taken for it to run. 2 minutes, 23 seconds. Now, we are able to do this. We are able to have this duration because this is like a batch upload, not a stream. If we use stream, which is the real time, immediately you fill the form, you see the report. Okay? Which I told you the project I worked on. I have another workspace. I have another tenant, but I created this tenant for this purpose. I could have shown you other projects. A lot of projects are built with this solution. So this is monitor. You can see succeeded, the start time, the end time, submitted, everything. You're able to see all of this. Then we have real time. So the real time is actually where you actually have the stream data. Stream data. This is where you have your stream data. Okay, you want to connect to any services online. One of the services which I told you about is the what do I call it? The weather forecast. Weather forecast. If I can explore all of this and see, try sample scenario. If I click on sample scenario, it's going to give us available connection. See, bicycle renter. This is actually stock market. Can you see? And this is actually real data. So which means with this project, I can actually create a project to predict stock market because I have a connection here. Look at the connection. If I click on connect, it's going to connect to the stock market data set in real time. Can you see? Streaming. This is streaming data. So data related to past 40 years of S&P 500 stock ticker data. Exploring all of this. Yellow taxi. There are more. And you can actually connect to different endpoints. You can bring in your third-party application. All of that can be done. But this is not what we want to do today. I'm just showing us. We have workload. Okay, then we have fabric. These are the different workspace that you have opened. Okay, all right. So let's come to workspace now. We are going to learn a lot of things in work. Thank you so much, Mr. Adele, for the link. So anyone, please, you can check the link. Let me know what you are able to see there. All right, so we are going to be creating a new workspace now for our project. So I'll click new workspace. You can see my screen, new workspace. Then we are going to name it Fabric Data Day 2026 Demo. Okay, so this is our workspace. All right, pay attention here, please. We have domain. It's used for different. Domain is actually something like project as well. Okay, so but when we say workspace actually it is for a particular project that you are working on. However, so which means if anyone is part of the workspace, if you have any member and you work with people, if any member is given access to the workspace, they are able to interact on the workspace depending on the type of access. We have the contributor, we have the member, we have the owner, depend. You need to read about all of that. Okay, those are the things that are also part of the exam. So domain is there. Domain is actually on top of workspace. So you can create a domain and add several workspace. So you can have more than one workspace in a domain. So which means if you give someone a domain access, this the person will have permission to access all the workspace in the domain. All right. So see, this is the domain owner. So now this is where you apply the license. So you make use of Fabric Trial. If you do not click on Fabric Trial, you'll not be able to see some items on the workspace. Okay. Don't forget, I'm also going to tell us how to access the free Fabric. So I'm actually using one of the free one. See, free license. See, Fabric and Power BI trial status. 57 days left. The good thing about this is that for what I've been working on this for more than a year. Okay, so that was one of the accounts I've been using since that time. 60 days is not completed. 60 days before once the system observes that you're actually making use of the system, is going to be adding the days for you. So when you use 60 days, you can actually use it more than 60 days. Okay. All right. So we go to our workspace. We want to create a new workspace. Fabric Data Day 2026 Demo. So we are going to select free Fabric Trial. Once you click on Fabric Trial, it's going to bring the capacity. So this is the capacity. So this is what you actually pay for. The capacity. Capacity is the compute is a compute part of it. I mean, the compute part of it. This is where when you say compute part, this is on your system where you have your RAM, where you have your CPU. This is the compute part. I think for a free trial, it is I think is it 64F or something. There are different licenses. But for a free trial, it's going to give you a particular license. Okay, so we pick this. And I click on apply. So it's going to create a new workspace for us. Now, remember what we want to do. So to actually organize our work, we want to create a task flow. The task flow will show us what we want to do, where we are, and what we want to do next. So I can select predefined task flow. Look at what we have here. So this is from this place, I can select predefined task flow. Okay, yeah, let's do that. So these are the different task flow that you can use, depend on the project you want to work on. Okay, in our project, let us make use of basic data analytics, where we want to get our data, we store the data, visualize, and actually we are going to do more than this, okay? But we can always add to it. If you want to use medallion, medallion is where you use your bronze, silver, and gold. It's actually like different different facets of your data set. When we say bronze, bronze means when you import the data, extract the data, you extract, you send the data to the bronze the way it is. Okay, like the staging data. So after cleaning the data on the bronze, you can send it to silver. So from silver, you do some data engineering, you added some calculated columns, making use of data flow gen 2, or you make use of your notebook before you now finally send it to gold. If we still have some time, I will show you some of the projects I have built, making use of this medallion project. So in our case, we are going to make use of basic data analytics. So I will click select. So this is just to guide us on what we want to do. If you remember, this is what we want to do. We already have our flow. So let's go back here. So we want to collect our data. We want to store it. So let's start from there. So the first thing to collect our data, I will click here. So I'm at the point of collecting the data. So everything I'm going to put here will be about data collection. And remember, we want to collect our data from CSV. In my case, in the project we saw, the data was collected from Azure database. So we are collecting from CSV. So I already have the CSV file here. Let me show us. On my C drive, I have it, which I'm going to provide to you. On my C drive, I created, you can have it in any location on your system, okay? But to make it easier, I put it on my C drive. This is the part. Okay, this is the data set. Sales data, CSV file. Also, we are going to be using a wireframe. I'm going to be providing it to you as well for those that are registered. All right, so collect data. So I will now click on new item. So it's going to show me the item to collect data alone. It's a recommended item. Okay, we have more than this item. But to collect the data is suggesting to me that, okay, you can use copy job, you can use data flow gen 2. Remember, data flow gen 2 is like our Power Query. And you know, Power Query, we can use our Power Query to collect data directly. So in our case, we are going to be using, let's make use of pipeline. Let's make use of, we can use copy job directly. It's going to copy it. But at the end, we want to automate this process. So what does pipeline do? Pipeline will allow you to put different things together in sequence. Let's see how it works. So I click on pipeline. So you can name it anything. So pipeline data flow. I can use any name, okay? So pipeline location is on this workflow. I'll click create. Please, if you have any question, you know, this is the practical part, and I expect you to actually work on your laptop. If you have any question, please feel free to ask, okay? All right.
So,
yeah, a question.
So, yeah, question. Yes. Are you providing the CSV file now later? Because I'm kind of following you at the same pace.
Oh, great. We can provide it now. Let me see. To provide it, let me see if I can attach something on the chat here. If you have a way to attach a file. No, cannot attach a file, unfortunately. Okay, no worry. Just follow with it. At the end, we are going to provide the file for sure. We are going to provide it.
Okay.
All right. We also have limited time. All right. So this is pipeline. This is what you see on pipeline. We have been working with Excel. It is similar to what you are seeing in Excel. So this is a pipeline. This is Azure Data Flow Gen. So I actually use this a lot. This is the same thing like SSIS, SQL Server Integration Service. So we have been working with SQL Server Integration Service. This is it. the cloud version of it. ADF, Azure Data Flow. Okay, so this is pipeline. So it's asking me, what do I want to build in the pipeline? Do I want to copy data? So in our case, I want to copy data from the CSV. I'll click copy data. You can see these are the different items at the top here. You see that the activity, different things you can add here, and if you want to execute it. So I'll click on copy data activity. So I have it here, copy data activity. So it's going to ask me, where is my data source and destination? Okay, so my data source is going to give us the list of different data sources. We have been working with Excel, Power BI. This will not be new to you. So I'll click on browse all. So it shows us different connections that are available. You can click on more. There are several connectors, okay, thousands of the connectors that you can extract your data from. But in our case, we actually want to extract the data from a folder. So let me click home. We want to extract our data from folder. You can see SQL database, SharePoint, different things. I've actually used most of them. I've used SharePoint folder, I've used SQL database, use Azure, okay? So in our case, we use folder. So now we want to connect. Now see how it works. We want to connect it to our system folder that is resident in your system. And so you know that this solution is on cloud. So if we connect it to the folder that is resident on the system, how is the interaction going to come up? So you see how it works. So this is where gateway comes in. Okay. So gateway will come at the middle to connect your on-prem data with your cloud solution. So at the end of this project, we are going to see how it's going to be updated. We are going to add data to the data source, and the dashboard is going to be automatically changed. All right. So we have this. So it's asking me, where is my folder part? So I go to my this is the folder part. Where I copy. I put it here, Control V. Okay, so I already create a gateway. So I have two gateway here. I need to know which of the gateway is actually active. Okay, so we can, let me check that before we come here. Let me click on back. Let me check the gateway that is active before we proceed. So check your active gateway, just like a connection string. You come to this place, settings, and you go to manage connections and gateway. So these are all the connections I've created. These are the gateway. I can go directly to the gateway and click on status. Oh, this is online. This is offline. So we are going to make use of this on-prem gateway. All right. So I'll go back to pipeline. So we are here, copy data. So on the source, connection, I'll click on browse all. Just the same thing we did the other time. Then folder. Remember, we copied the path. So automatically the gateway is selected. How do you get the gateway when you are doing it by yourself? You can easily make use of the gateway. So I'm going to go back again. How do we get the gateway? Back. You come here, this card, yes. The gateway, you come to this place. Where is it? Yeah, see these three dots? Download. Can you see? Data gateway. So you click on download data gateway, it's going to download the gateway for you. And you just install it. And that's all. It's simple and direct. Okay, I'll go back in. Source, connection, browse all, folder. Then I copy the path, paste the path, and I click on connect. So you only represent your source and destination. There's an error here. Oh, I select the other gateway. So let me select this. This is the gateway I want to select. Connect. So you have to make sure that your gateway is up. So if you are connecting it to your cloud solution, you don't need gateway. For instance, if you are connecting it to Azure SQL, you don't need gateway. If you are connecting it to SharePoint, you don't need gateway. It's also online. Okay, but you need to create your connection using your user credential. All right, so the source is completed. Okay, not yet completed. We are still filling the source. So it's asking me, is it a file path? Is it a file folder, wildcard or whatsoever? So it's actually a file path. So I'll click on browse to show me the list of files that we have here for folder. Okay, okay, cancel. let's say this is a fabric. Can test connection. Let me test connection to see that it's actually working. So if you have more than one file, you can make use of list of files. See connection failed. So something is wrong there. Fabric data set. Okay, let me edit. I can edit this. Why is he bringing this 3 here? I think this is the issue. This 3. Data set. Windows, let me log in. So you log in with your system credential. This is actually my system credential. So update, let's see. So let's test connection now. Okay, more, let's see. Data factory runtime is busy now. Please try again later. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that I've had this issue before. Okay, what I'm going to do is let's create another gateway. Yeah, I think that's the best. We create another gateway. How do we do that? I'm going to launch gateway on my system. Gateway. Okay, this is my gateway. So sign in. I'm going to make use of the same account I used to register. So the gateway is serving as a security, because you don't want any data to be copied to the cloud directly. The gateway is online. Which gateway did this one create from? Okay. Let's see. Let me test again. Let's see. Oh, makes sense. So connected now. So I think there was a loss in connection. That was the reason why we had that. So the gateway is connected. This is file path. I click on browse. You can see, I'm able to see the file. This is the file. So sales dashboard, sales data. I click on OK. So we have this. So this is okay. This is a CSV file. So the next destination, where am I taking it to? So I actually want to take it to a lake house. So let us create the destination so that we can access it here. So I will go back to my workspace. It's open here. It is a new workspace. It's open here. This is it. Or I can actually come here and click on, where is the new one? The name looks the same. This is it. So I come to my workspace. Remember, we have created this. So we want to store it here. So let us create a lake house. Lake house is the storage place for it. So I will click on, so this here, I'll click on new item. See, we have a lot of things that you can put here. Event house is actually used for the streaming data. So I click on lake house. So lake house data day. Just use any name, okay? And I click on create. Okay, makes sense. All right, so this is the lake house now. See how it looks. Lake house is just like your like storage, as I said, storage. See, I mentioned this the other time that in SQL we only have table. You can see here in lake house we have tables and we have files. So which means in one place I can interact with files and I can interact with table, which make our work easy. This same table, I can interact with it, making use of notebook, writing Python script. The file, I can also do the same thing with it, which really make the work easy. Okay, so this is the file. This is the file. There is nothing there. I can create a subfolder for it, create a subfolder and call it bronze. Okay, this is where I'm bringing my data. So I click on create. This is the bronze, okay? This is the table. If you check the table, there is nothing there. This is a schema, DBO schema. There is nothing there. All right, so I'll go back to my pipeline to pick bronze as my destination. So this is the source destination. Then I will come here, click on browse. So we actually want to put it in a lake house. So I can click on, see, new fabric item. I can click on lake house here, or it is actually open here, lake house data day. Once you come to destination, you will see some recommended one for you here. But if you want to go further, you can check this. So I'll just click on this. Okay, so this is my destination. It's asking me, do you want me to send it to a table directly or file? So let's take it as a file. File. Where do you want to put me? Where do you want me to put it? So I'll click on browse because I've already selected this lakehouse. Once I click on browse, it's to show me all the subfolders. You can see there. So this is the bronze that we created. So I want to save it inside here. Okay. Okay. So we have it here. It's going to be saved here. This is complete. See. Now, this is at the top here, you can see them in the ribbon. This is the lake house. Currently, there is nothing in the bronze. There is nothing. This is the pipeline. So now we can actually run this pipeline. It's going to copy the data there. So I'll click on run. Let's run, save and run. So we are going to see how it's working, how it is working. Yeah. So the good thing about this pipeline is that now you see that on demand, I click on run. I can actually schedule it that every 1 minute execute this thing. So which means whenever I update the source file, if this thing executes, it's going to, every time it's going to send it to the other side. And you can do it in different ways. This copy data, you can make it into incremental copy, whereby it will only copy the new data from the source. It's not going to copy everything to reduce the time. So you can see it is running here. You can see duration 22 seconds is used. It's still in progress. You can also monitor this under monitor. Yeah, it is completed. If you go to monitor, let's go to monitor. You are going to find it as well. All of this is actually what is in the exam. These are the simple things they are asking you. So it's also in the monitor. If I click on the refresh, you are going to see it here on the monitor. Yeah, you click this, we see it. But this is it. You can see this is the time, 10:42 here in Qatar. All right. So let's go back to this is our pipeline. It's copied. Now let's check the lake house. Let's see if it is there. This is the lake house. Let me refresh. Refresh. Can you see the data now? Now it is there. I can click on the data to see for us to view it. Can you see? Because it is a CSV file. You see the way it is looking. I copy it directly like that. This data, this CSV file, I can easily convert it to a table here. All I need to do is just come here, load to table. If I click on load to table, it's going to automatically convert this to a table. You see how simple it is, how easy it is. If you want to bring in a CSV file in Microsoft SQL, it takes a lot of time for you to be able to do it. You know, you have to be able different things. You need to create a table, you need to create different things. But we just click on new table, it's going to put it there. But we don't want to go this route. Okay, so we come back to, let's come back here. Where is the workspace? There's a workspace, fabric data day. Remember, we are working with this. The first one is our data pipeline collector. Then we store our data here. So the next thing is that after storing the data, we want to wrangle the data. We want to check if the data is clean or not before we finally make use of it. So to wrangle the data, so I want to bring in another item here. Okay, to prepare the data. So I will come to add task. I'll say prepare data. You can see it here. So I want to join it to this. What do I do? I will come to connections here. New connections. So start will be from store data, and the end will be visualization. Where is the visualization? You store data. The end will be We have stored data, we have tracked it. The end should be visualized. Why is it not showing? The end should be visualization from here. So new connection, start. Yeah, I think it's here now. Yes, here. Start is from store data, and end is. I thought I saw visualization the other time. Oh, prepare data. No, prepare data.
I was about telling you that.
Thank you. Prepare data. We actually want to. Yeah. Okay, so let me delete this. Go back. This is actually what I want to do. I want to delete this. I can delete this guy. Delete connection. So this is here. So from here it goes here. Just to guide us. It's not doing anything. It's just guiding us. It's just guiding us. So this one, let me delete this guy and do it in the right way. Yeah. So come from here. So to do that, just come to connection, new connection from prepare data now to data visualization. Add. So we have this. So remember, we have collected our data. We have stored the data here. The next thing is that we want to clean the data. Okay. So we are going to make some data flow gen 2. So I click on new item. This data flow gen 2. So let's see how it works. Demo. Let me just put demo and click on create. So this data cleaning is also going to be doing an activity. It's going to be cleaning the data. It's going to extract the data from the lakehouse, clean it, and store it to the lakehouse table. Okay, so let's see how it works. So this is it. You can, for those that have been working with Power Query, this should be familiar to you. So where do I want to extract my data? I will come to get data from another source. So the data is actually from our lakehouse. So I need to go to my lakehouse. Where is the lakehouse? So to do that is here. You see, the recommended will be one lake catalog. This is it, our lakehouse. All right, it's going on. Makes sense. So this is the lakehouse. So we can expand this. Just the same thing we have in Power Query. So for those that are new to this, please, they are simple. You can easily reach out to us and we'll be able to support you. So bronze, let's see, do we have our table here? Good, we have our table on the bronze. So I will click on this and I will click on create. Just same thing we have in Power Query. Oh, makes sense. This is Power Query. So, I mean, for those that have been working with Power Query and Power BI, this should not be new to you. We can do a lot of things here. So please, if you are new, if you really want to know this thing, join our training. We are going to teach you extensively on how to use Power Query to clean your data. You see that all these things are actually integratable, all these skills. The skills that you learn in Excel, this is in Excel. You learn it in Excel, the same skill is transferred to Power BI. Now it is in cloud. So nothing is new. Now, if you can see it from here now, before we saw how it was from here. If I click on it here, you see, comma separated. Now, when you get to Power Query, which is data flow gen 2. So you see the other name here. So when you are hearing data flow gen 2, some people will be saying, what is data flow gen 2? It's actually Power Query. So until you make use of these things, you don't know what you will think they are difficult. It's actually not difficult. Okay, so what do we do to this now? We use first row as header. So I will just come to, I think it's under transform. This is it here. Use first row as header. So please, if you want to learn more about this, please just, we are going to put the link to our next batch. Our next batch will be starting in August, okay? And now we're actually adding some other new courses. Database administrator. I mean, a lot of people have been reaching out to me about this course. And personally, I've had a lot of, from employers, recruiters, to recommend people for this role, DBA role. So now we are bringing it to you all. So if you're interested, we are going to be having MS SQL database administrator cohort. We are going to be having Oracle database, and these classes are going to be handled by experts that have used more than 15 years in this field. So you are in the right hand. Also, we are going to be adding cyber security. So at the end of the class, we are going to see all of them. We have our professional data analysis class. Now, in our professional data analysis course now, we are adding AI. So now we are going to teach you how to use AI to do your work. Because even in the job description, now they are putting, because some people just want to refuse that. No, I don't want to use AI. I have some people like that say this AI is like when calculator came out that time. Some people will restrict their children not to use calculator. Okay, when you get to a stage, even in exam, they will tell you to come with your calculator. This is the same thing with the AI. Before, some people, when the AI came out, some people are saying the AI is going to spoil you. We now allow you to reason. Is a lie. The AI will allow you to work smart and not to work hard. I used to do a lot of presentation slide. Now, in minutes with AI, I can easily prepare the slide. Look at the slide we are using now. With AI, in 2 minutes, I just give it my content and it provides it for me. Before now, what do? We sit down with the slide one by one. You give it color, you align it, all those things. So now in job description, they are asking that someone that know how to make use of these tools, AI. Even in my company, I'm working for a bank in Qatar. You will say that a bank will not allow you to use AI in their environment. They give us. Now we have it as part of our tools that we use. So please, if you are part of the people that are running away from AI, don't run. All right, because of our time, let us go fast. So we have this. So we don't want to do much cleaning. This is okay. Okay, we can actually. There are a lot of things I would have shown you here how to clean it up, but because of our time, okay. But if you want to know more about it, please just register for our next cohort, and you are going to understand all of this in a simple way. So I'm just going to remove this currency because it's repeated. At least let us remove something. So I come to home. I will click on remove column. All right. So after this, every other thing is cleaned. I will load my data to my destination. So at the bottom left side here, you see data destination. So I will click this plus lakehouse. So actually, where do I want to load it to? So lakehouse. So I will make use of the same lakehouse that we have been using. Remember, our data is in file. Now we are going to load it to a table. So where do I want to load it? Here. In this workspace. This is the lakehouse. In this table schema, because I'm loading it as a table. So I will load it as sales data clean. Let me just put clean here. And I will click on next. I'll click on save settings. So for those that want to register for our next course, if you check the chat, you are going to find the link there. Okay. Also on the on YouTube, we are also going to provide the link there for our next course. All right. So we have our source and destination. I'm going to click on save and run. So it's going to run this. Remember, on our lakehouse, we do not have table before. We only have a file. But after this is completed, we are going to have a table. So run started. How do you monitor this? You can go to your monitor. It's going to show you the process. At the end, do you know what we want to do? We want to actually make use of the pipeline. We want to connect every other thing to the pipeline. The data loading, the data flow gen 2, and the semantic model. We are going to connect it together in the pipeline, whereby we only have one refresh at once. We are going to get there. All right, so this is started. Let's get to our lakehouse. This is our lakehouse. Remember, we did not have the table before. Let's see if the table is there now. Refresh. Okay, it's still running. The table is not there. Refresh. Okay. Okay, well, I can come here. Let's see. Is it completed? You can check the status here on the notification. It's going to tell you, say run started, not completed yet. And we can also go to monitor to see it here. Are we learning something new? Please, I want your response. If you are learning something new, please use the reaction button. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Waiting for others. Oh, Andrew. Oh, good to have you. Okay, let's see others.
Thank you.
Oh, great. Nina, Good to have you around there. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. All right, so let's check now. I can just you're welcome. You're welcome. Good to have you. All right, so we have this. This is it. Okay, this is it. Started. Let's see. So let me come back here to the lake house. Let's see if it is completed. Once it is completed, we are going to find the table here. Oh, great. We have the table. You see how it works? So we collect the data from the bronze and we load it to a silver. So assuming I want to go through the medallion, we are going to create a new schema here called silver. So look at it now. From CSV, we have this table. This table, we can actually do a lot of things here. We can query it with T-SQL. We can also wrangle it or do whatever we want to do it with Notebook. So this is what we have this here, just like a row center. So you can see this is SQL analytic endpoint and Notebook. So if I change this, like I'm changing the row center, if I change it to Notebook, what we are going to be seeing here will be different. It means I want to write Spark, PySpark, to do whatever I want to do. And if I change it to SQL Analytic Engine, it means I want to write T-SQL to query it. Let me change this. SQL Analytic Engine. Let's see the field. Can you see what we are seeing? Now here, I can click on New Query. You see that it's changed. Now it's showing schema. And under this schema is where I have my table. Under table, you can see we have views, we have function, we have store procedure. So I can click on New Query and write my select statement. Select star from the table name. And I click on Run. So once you have imported your data, you can do anything. See, we have it. If I click on Notebook, let me change this Notebook and change it back to Lakehouse. You're going to be seeing different things. And from here, if I click on Notebook, new Notebook, I don't want to create a notebook, okay, because of our time. All right, so I have this. So what do I want to do next? I want to turn this to, I want to use this to create a semantic model, because our Power BI is going to be connecting to a model. On the model, that's when we create some mails. So I will click on New Semantic Model. Okay, so I make use of this table. Is the model. You need to give it a name. Model demo. Just give it any name. Then I check this table. So if you have more than one table, you can actually import them to the model and create your relationship. But because this is a simple demo, we are just making use of one table as an experiment, just for you to understand the basic and build on it. So we are creating a new model. Remember what we have done now? We have collected the data using pipeline. Then we have used, which is stored on Lakehouse, we have used data flow gen 2 to wrangle the data. And now we are creating a semantic model. Three different things. It's creating it. We are almost getting to the end part, which is creating our visualization. So on the model, once the model is created now, we are going to create some simple mails. Okay. Then we load it to our, we return it to a Power BI report. Please, any questions so far? Any questions so far? Any question? Some simple mails. Any questions so far? Okay, this is being created. We are waiting for it to complete. Please, if you have any question, feel free to ask. Oh, makes sense. So our model is created. Okay, waiting for it to load. Okay, depending on the capacity we are using, that's why it's a little bit slow. So for those that have been working with Power BI, this will be, will be familiar to you. And those that have been working on Excel, data model, they are the same thing, okay? You can see we have our table, we only have one table, and this is it here. And if you check this table, if you check the table property, it is using direct link. You see, it's connecting direct to the lakehouse directly. Unlike in Power BI, we have import and direct query. Okay, so now we have this model. So this model, let us create simple mail. So we can see we have sales rep, we have quantity, we have amount and everything. So let's just create simple mail for it. So click on new mail. So I'm going to make use of the DAX formula now to be able to write it. So I'm going to create total, just like calculated mail, total sales. Total sales is equal to sum. So for those that are seeing this for the first time, we are sorry about that. We could have gone deeper, but because of the time. But if you really want to learn this, please feel free to join our community. I mean, you don't need to have interest that you want to do our class before you join our community. On our community, we actually give different updates. Also, we have a group where we give updates on job opportunity. Okay, and this is one of the opportunities too. As a community, you are able to learn free things like this. Okay, we are creating another model. So we have created one, total sales. We are going to create total quantity, and we are going to create total number of customers. So this one, total QTY quantity, just sum. Where's quantity? So we create one more, which is the total number of customers. Total number of customers. Okay, new one, new measure again. Okay, so number of customer. Customer is equal to, so I'm going to be using distinct count to get the number of customer. This is count of this. All right, so we have created our model. So one good thing I want to do before we go to, the next thing is to creating our visuals, okay? But before we go there, let's come back here. Let's go back to our flow here. Remember, the first one, we have a pipeline to collect the data. The second one, we have the lakehouse. The third one, to prepare our data, we have our data flow, okay? So let us also add the semantic model. Let us add it here as well. Where is the pipeline? This data flow, where is the pipeline? The pipeline is yet to be added. So let us add the pipeline here as well. So to add it, just come here, attach item. So we had the model. Pipeline is okay, pipeline is in. We had the model. I click OK. So we're able to see the item in each of them. So the last one is the visualization. So what I want to do now is that now, all of these things that we have created, so let me open the pipeline. This is the pipeline. So this pipeline, we have a copy object, which is going to be copying, it's going to copy the file. You know, after copying the file, the next thing that we did was to wrangle the file using the data flow gen tool. Now, whenever we have a new data inserted into the source record, we need it to also go through all of this. So the good thing about pipeline is that you can put all of them together, whereby you only have one schedule. So once this copy is completed, I want it to clean the data and also refresh the model. How do we do that? So I'll just come here, I'll click on data flow. I'm adding data flow here. And I can come here, look at this. On sources, once this is, you can see we have different options. On skip, on sources, on failure, on fail. See? On sources, once this is completed, I want you to execute this for me. Data flow. So let me click on data flow. We need to provide the data flow that we are selecting here. So I come to settings. So this is my workspace. Data flow I want to select. This is it. Makes sense. The next thing is that I also want to refresh my semantic model. Okay. So after this data is cleaned, you know, semantic model is connected directly to the clean data. The model also needs to be refreshed. So I will just come to activity and I will look for the semantic model refresh. This is it. Then I will also add it. So once this is on sources, execute this for me. So with this, I only need to create one schedule. So which means anytime this is being executed, it's going to execute all of this together. And as a result, I have my updated record. All right, so we are here. Let's go back to our workspace, Fabric Data Day. So we are here now on the, what is the final, on the model now, on the model, this is the model. This is the model. So from this model, we can come here. This is the model. And click on create reports. If you click on auto create reports, it's going to create report for you, but you might not like it. So let's click on create reports. This is going to take you to Power BI and create Power BI reports for you. So for those that have been working with Power BI, is this familiar? Please use your reaction button to answer. Is this familiar to you? For those that have been using Power BI. Oh, thank you, Oladipupo. Thank you, Mr. Dele. Let's see more people. They have been using Power BI. What you are seeing, is it familiar? Oh, thank you, Nina. Thank you so much. So yeah, it's like Power BI. All right, so I'm going to bring my wireframe to make it easy. To bring my wireframe, I'll just come here. I go to my background, browse, and I go to where I have the wireframe, where I save it. I put it on my C drive. On the Fabric Data Day, this is it. I click OK, and I reduce the transparency. So this is my wireframe. I have my data set here. So I need to fill it up now. Okay, so total sales, I want to put total sales here. I expand this. So total sales, I'm going to put it in a card. This is the card. You can click on the card first and select total sales. So please, if you want to learn how to build Power BI reports, because we have short time, we cannot teach you this extensively. Please feel free to join our community and join our class, and you'll be able to design beautiful dashboard and follow the best practice. All right, so we have this. So we are going to be formatting this. We'll format it. Okay, and the good thing is that the same format we are going to apply to this is what we're going to apply to. Okay, let me just bring others as well. I click outside, I click another card. I'll bring total quantity. This is the quantity. I will put it here. The next thing is customer. I click this. I put total customer. So we have this. All right, let's quickly do the formatting. So here, I click on, this is the format. Then I come to card. I uncheck all of this guy because actually, since I already have my wireframe, I can remove all the background and everything. Call out value. The value, I want to make it big, 37. Let me just leave the color because of our time. Okay, label, I don't want any label. Okay, then the value, I want to reduce some things in the value. So I'll come here, total sales. The value, I want it to be in, is it 1,000 or million? Thousands? Let's see. No, not thousands. A million. Oh, let's see. Let's put it in millions and let's see. So we have this. We still have something covering it. So next thing is I come to general effect. I remove this background. Okay, one background is still showing. So it's here. Background. Makes sense. So now we have it. So we can reposition it and put it this way. The same thing we are going to do to this guy. So multi-card, I remove the background. The same thing I'm following. Remove border, remove all of this guy. The call out value. Under the value, remember, we change this to 37. Okay, so here, total quantity. This, we put it in none. Okay, we remove the label. Sorry, I'm a little bit fast here, okay, because of our time. And I believe the video is going to be provided to you. So you can always watch the video to get this. So the same thing we do to this guy. The same thing. So once you understand how to do one, it will be easy to, and the good thing I could have, which I used to do on Power BI is I used to use format paint. I couldn't find it here. It could have been very easy if you can do that. So which means I only need to apply the filter on one and I'll just format the paint on every other ones. And it's going to be replicated on all that other ones. There are some things in Power BI that are actually not here, but most of the things that are on Power BI, they are here. Most of the things, only limited things that you cannot find here. Okay, any questions so far? Please, if you have any question, feel free to ask. All right, Yinola, thank you so much. Yes, please. Your question. Yinola, you have a question? I'm not sure. Okay, if you have a question, please let us know. All right, let us continue. The next thing is I want to bring sales distribution per month. Let's say the per month. So assume you have a date table. A proper data analysis project, you need to have a date table so that you can actually filter with different dates. Okay, and you can drill down. But in our case here, we are just working with the limited resource we have. So I'm going to be using a line chart. So I will put the order date, and total sales. Okay. Yeah, it needs to be, this needs to be y-axis. Okay, yeah, this is it. Order date and sales. Okay, no issue. We have this. Just so we are going. Let's put everything before we start formatting this as well. So we have this. Next thing, sales rep performance. So I'm going to be using this bar chart for sales rep performance. I'll pick sales rep and I'll pick their sales amount. So we have this. We are going to put it here. We are going to format it. Regional sales, I will use this column bar chart. Regional sales. So regional sales, I go to sale region and total sales. So I have this here. And this one, top product, I will use product name. So I'll click on, I will make use of this product and sales amount. So we want to have the top product. So we want to have top 5 products. This is going to give you all of the products. So which means we need to filter this. To do that, this is the filter panel. So I'll come to products. I'll top N filter top 5. I want to filter with what? With total sales. So I know I'm a little bit fast here just because of our time. So, but I mean, we are going to have the video, and if you have any question, you can reach out to me directly. Okay, you were able to connect with me on LinkedIn, join the community, and we'll be able to help one another. All right, let us quickly format this. So total sales by order. Whenever you want to format any object, you need to click on that object. So I click on this. I come to this place to format. So on my x-axis, I do not want title on my x-axis. Okay, then on my x-axis, what other things? Okay, let's see y-axis. I have value here. On my y-axis, I do not want value. I do not want this. Okay, oh, I want value. I want value. Okay, so what other things we want? Grid line. I don't want grid line. Remove the grid line. So the line, I will change the color of the line to, what is the line color? Solid, this. Label, I don't want label. Okay, where is the line? Line, this line, solid. Okay. Okay, this is the color, yeah, separate. So I'll just change it to black. Black. Okay, so I will come here, remove title, and remove background. Okay, we have this. Oh, makes sense. All right, this one we do the same thing. So as I said earlier on Power BI, I can actually make use of format painting, and that will make it more easier. I don't need to be doing it individually. So with that, I can just do one and replicate the same format on others. But we are going to get it. So here, y-axis, okay, 25. I want 45. I want to be able to see the name very well. Title, I don't want title. On x-axis, remove value, remove title. And the bar, I want to change it to color black. Then I want data label on. So my data label, I want to change the unit, value, change the unit to no, not none. Let's change it to 1,000. 1,000 makes sense. So from here, we're able to see the salesperson that has the highest value. And I come to general, I remove this title, and I remove the background. Is it making sense? Is it making sense? Please, I need your response. Don't worry, we are almost done. After this, what I want to demonstrate is the automation, okay? We are going to be adding a new data, and we are going to see how it's going to be increased over here. That is the change, how we see the changes. Okay, so this one, we do the same thing. We do the same formatting. So I come here. So x-axis, I need value. I don't need this. On y-axis, please, if you have any question, please, we'll be happy to respond. Please, you can ask your question, put up your hand and ask question. Data label, I want it. Okay. Then I want to format this. The value, to be 1,000. Okay, then I come here, no title, no background. Makes sense. And finally, we have this. We are doing the same thing as well. Y-axis value. I want value. I want this to be 45. I don't want title. On X-axis, remove value, remove title. The bar, I want to make it black. You see, in mine, I didn't use black. We are going to teach you how to mix color. You join us, how to use different color. Talk about all the best practice, the hack of data, the dashboard design. Okay, so we come here, effect, we remove the background. Makes sense. So the last one here is I will bring a table for the customer. So I'll bring a table here. And I'll put the customer name. Don't worry, we're almost done. Someone is not unmuted. Okay. Mute. All right, so this is the customer, which is the final part. So I actually need top. I need top 20 customers because we are seeing the list of customers, top 20 customers. So I can actually format this guy. I will come to style, bold header. Okay, we have this. Then I want to format this to top 20 customer. So I'll click on customer, top N, 20. Then I will bring top 20 customer, customer that are making high purchase. So, okay, I want to use it. I want to use date. So as date, earlier date, apply. Makes sense. Oh, great. So we have this. This is our dashboard. Our dashboard is completed now. So what we want to do now is that we want to see how it works. Remember, this is the data source. Where is the data source? This is data source. This is the data source. Okay. Now look at this. How many? Let's check what we have. How many customers do we have? Please, I want you to unmute yourself now. We are rounding up now.
41.
And we need to demonstrate 41. Thank you so much. You can see total quantity, total sales. Now, we want to update the record. Let's see what will happen. So this is the source record. We know it is connected to this. This is the source record now. So this source record, we'll go to the last. So the same thing we did with Microsoft form. So when you fill the form, we have a job running at the back end that is inserting the value you provided, adding the record to this list. In our case, we are going to add the record manually. So this is it. I'm going to add this line, then Control V. So while adding it, I'm going to change some things here. So let's make this 9. This is the date. Let's make this 20. Today is 27. Let's make it 27. Then let's change this name. Whose name should we use? Akindele Omolaya, thank you so much for joining. Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Omolaya. We have great people join us today. Akindele. So I'm using Akindele's name here now. Okay. Let's put this. Let me change this. Let me change the value. Okay. So we have this value. What do? We save. This is the source file now. So remember, this source file can actually be handled by different people, okay, in your organization. We call something, we can collaborate with Microsoft file, where different people can actually be working on the same file, populating it. So now let's say as you are making sales, you are putting the value here, and the dashboard is with the manager. So we just put one value here. Let's add another one. This is 1, Control V. Let's put another one. I'll make this one 60. Today's date is again. Whose name should I use? Let us use Andrew. Who did not put his name before? Let us put Keaton Mary here. Okay. So she make this order. We have this and we have this value. Okay. And I click on save. So everybody are importing. They are putting those values. So now let's go to our reports. This is save, correct? So let's go to our report. From the report, what do we need to do? we need to run the pipeline first. Remember, the pipeline is actually, we need to run the pipeline. Oh, we have not saved this report. Let's say report. Let's just call it report. Tax, visualization, save. Okay, so what do we need to do? Let's come to the pipeline. This is the pipeline, and let us run this pipeline. Save and run. Oh, I have one. There's something we need to put. You have one. What is that? Refresh connection is required. Okay, we need connection for this. Let's check. We didn't put the connection for this. Remember, we didn't set it up. Okay, so let's put the connection. Power BI, yes. Workspace, same workspace. Thematic model makes sense. This is optional. This table is optional. So we cannot just add this. This table is optional. Okay, so now let us run it. Run, save and run. Let's see, you're going to see the number of time it's going to take to run this. This is actually like a batch upload. Is it started? Yeah, started now. You see the flow. This is going to be done first, next this, and next this. It started now. Okay, the first activity is going on. Can you see? This is going on. Please, why this is being ongoing? Is there any question? Is there any question? Please feel free to ask your question. Is there any question why it is ongoing?
Mr. Alaka.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the understanding of the whole process. And a question is popping up in my mind. Everything, any data that is loaded on one link, everybody in the organization that have access to Microsoft Fabric will have access to that source value.
Makes sense. Thank you. Yes. Right. Question.
So my question now is, where is the privacy? Because anybody can come and tamper with the, let's say I load in one source value on my one link. I'm looking for that privacy that I have. I just want maybe some number of people to have access to my data on the one link,
I think
rather than everybody viewing it.
Yeah, I got your question. It's direct. Thank you so much for that question. So one link is actually the one under taking care of every other thing. You cannot see the item in one link if you do not have permission. Remember, one link is connected to the workspace. Let me go there. This is ongoing. This is one link. If I click on one link, you see their location. This location is workspace. Okay. If you do not have access to the workspace, you will not find that data in the one link. Do you understand? So it is banded to the workspace. In the workspace, we have different permission. We have contributor, we have member, we have viewer, and we have owner. So independent. So if you are not given that permission, if you don't have any relationship with the workflow workspace, you will not see anything on the one link. So only those people that need to see it, will see it. Okay, that was why I was explaining domain. I talk about domain. So that is how it goes. We have domain. Okay, in one domain, someone in a domain can have multiple workspace. So if someone is given access on the domain, all this I'm talking about, they are part of the Microsoft Fabric question. They are there. So if you have a domain access, does it mean that you have the workspace access? So all of that. So if you do not have this location is the workspace. If you don't have the workspace access, there is no way you will see it in one link. That is the privacy. I believe I've answered your question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's a very good question. Thank you so much. Now, let's see. The first one is completed. Can you see? How many seconds? 29 seconds. The second one used 2 minutes, 10 seconds. And the third one is still ongoing. So there is a way we can actually limit this duration. That is where your tuning comes in and say, oh, so in overall is using maybe 4 minutes or 3 minutes. You might want to tune it and say, okay, I want to reduce it. Even the one I built the other time, which has a lot of workflow, is not using up to this. So maybe we need to do some tweak on the data flow. So which means it means if there is a new record in the next 3 minutes, the dashboard is going to be updated. Oh, this is completed. Can you see? So the workflow is completed. Now let's check our report. This is the report. See, we have 41, and let's click on refresh here. Did you see? Does it make sense? Please unmute yourself. These are the names. Akindele Omolayo. This was the name. One. The second name, which name did I use? Second name. Which name was that? Please answer me now.
Kito Mary.
Kito Mary, thank you so much. Can you see it here? You see how it works? So now we have been able to build an automated end-to-end report in Microsoft Fabric. Any question? So because of our time, I'm going to go to my slide and quickly complete the slide. Then we can give more room for the question. So the next thing which I talk about is from bootcamp to DP600. So we promise you that we're going to show you different things, how to get certified, how to get free license to be able to use Fabric, all of that. Okay, so implementing analysis solution using Microsoft Fabric. So intermediate level. So if you have been working with Power BI and SQL, this is even DP600, just a little bit upgrade of PL300. So if you have been working with you have done your PL300, you can easily go for the exam. Okay, covers, these are the things that it covers. It's just 60 questions. You need to score 700 over 1,000. So I mean, if you join our community, we are going to give you some past questions we can actually provide to you that you can work on and to make it easy for you. So recommended sources, Microsoft Learn, because you also have this full this full course outline on Microsoft Learn, which is actually what you need to do to be able to get the free certification. Also, we know we have instructor-led and self-led. We have some people that they cannot make use of the note by themselves and understand it, that they need someone to guide them. So that is where you come to us, and we can actually guide you in real time, in live class like this, to know how to be able to do that. Okay, so we also want to tell you starting from our next batch, we are going to be introducing some new courses. I mean, so if you are interested, just scan the code. We're going to be dropping the link on the chat if it's not yet there. Scan it, register, join our community, and once it is time, you can easily enroll for the course. All of these are actually hot cake row. Last week I know I still recommend a lot of people. I mean, as a company, KZ Solution Academy, we have partners company that we work with that actually rely on us to give them candidates for this job role. Okay, so and we believe that if we train you by ourselves, we will know your capacity. We can easily vouch on you and say, go ahead for it. You see, I have some of my friends in the US, they are doing 3 jobs as a database administrator, and they also did a training like this. So feel free to reach out to us. That is our website. That's our contact number. Reach out to us for more information about this. Also, on the free voucher, I'm going to be showing us practically how to get your free voucher. Okay, so this is the rule. We're also going to drop the link on the chat. Okay, so to get the free voucher done, we get the link for you. Sorry, we know we have used more than our time, but it's for the good. Did we waste your time? Is it a wasted time?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Thank you so much for that response. Thank you so much. So this is the link. So I'm going to show us how to actually get this. So this is the link where you have everything you need to follow to get this free voucher. Okay, so these are the things you need to do. First thing is that join Fabric community if you have not. How do we join? Just click on register. See, I already joined. I've received a lot of free voucher from this. This is me. You can see. You see a lot of message. I can show you some of the message that they gave me free voucher. See this one. They actually gave me 50% discount. Okay. All right. So let me go back here. I hope I am audible.
Yes.
Thank you so much. So let me just focus here. So this is it. So Microsoft actually ongoing, we have ongoing 60 days learning, 60 days data day. Okay, the good thing about this is that once you get this voucher, you have till August to write the exam. So what do? This is it. First thing, join the Fabric community. Second thing, watch 2 data day section. 2 data day section, live or on demand. It is simple. These are the videos are already there. So which means even now, today, you can get this voucher. You can fulfill all the criteria to get the voucher because these are the video. As I click on this link, you come here. These are the video. There are some that are going to do in the future. I mean, this one is on June 4th. This one is past. If you click on this, you watch it. It is already done. Yeah. If you click on this, this is done. Just watch this and complete it. People, they don't track it. All you need to do is just to copy this name. Copy this name and put it there. So these are the different videos that you need to watch. And if you like, you can just, so I don't want to say more on that because we are on the video. All right, so let me stop this. Watch 2 video. So watch 2 data day video. So the most important one is this: complete 3 Microsoft Learn module from this collection. This is also simple. Complete 3 Microsoft Learn. So Microsoft Learn is actually a learning platform provided by Microsoft. You can learn a lot of things from there. Okay, you can learn a lot of things. Even we recommend for our students, after coming to our school, after going to our academy, they can easily make use of Microsoft Learn to learn additional things. I've seen a lot of our students now that they are Power BI certified. We recommend some of these things to them. So look at this now. See, one module is 22 minutes. See, I've completed some of this. You can see. See, these are just only 3. I think 3. This is 58 minutes. Just click on it. Let the video run. Complete it. Okay. So the next thing is that agree to this term and condition. Just click on accept. Then submit your form by August 10. So between now and August 10, you need to submit your form. Where is the form? This is the form. This is automatically it brings my name because I'm already part of this community. You select your location, fill all of this form. See, which 2 sections did you watch? Just copy and paste the title, which we had here. Was it here? Here. Yeah, from here. Let me open it again. So this is what you need to copy. Copy this. Copy, comma, copy this. And that's all. Which 2 section? Put it here. Put a comma. Which 3 module did you complete? Come to the module. Where is the module? Here. Copy this. However, you need to log in. Make sure you have a Microsoft. You log in with your Microsoft account. You can see this is my Microsoft account. You know which day was. I was just checking my my certification. I could see, man. I was seeing some certificate I had that I'm not even. I forgot I have them. I was not referencing them to people. You know, credentials. You know, these are the different things. Okay, quick. Let's continue because of our time. So this is everything you need to do. These are the things you need to do, which you can complete now. Fill this form and click on submit, and you get your voucher. And you can use the voucher for anything. So write any of this exam. So this is number one fulfill. Now everyone on this call know how they can get this voucher. So I'll be very happy to see you that you are able to get the voucher and you're able to write the exam. Once you get the voucher, please reach out. We can also guide you on how you can pass the exam. Okay, so the next thing we want to show you is, where's my slide? Next thing I want to show you is now, how do you get free Fabric? Now, you want to write the exam. You also need to do you want to have hands-on practice on Fabric. Okay, how do you do that? This link will also be provided on the chat. Okay, if I click on this link actually show you how you can get those. Let me click it here. How you can see Microsoft Fabric getting started. Try for free. This is it. Begin your 60-day Fabric free trial and experience the next generation of data analysis. Just click on try. try for me. So now, two things. It's going to ask you to put a work account or school account. I know a lot of us, you might not work account. Your work account means your work account, but some might not have work account or school account. They only have personal account. That I see a way to do that. But it's very simple with work account. Just put your work account and it's going to take it and you continue to use your free trial. But if you don't have work account, you have your personal account, then you need to use the third method. The third method is also part of this slide. So we are giving you a comprehensive way for you to do that. This is the third way. So the third way now actually require you to have open an Azure account. So this third way now, you need to go through Microsoft Azure. So you need to, and Azure actually will give you, it's also free for 1 month. Free for 1 month. So which means Azure is going to give you 200 USD units, 200 USD. Okay, on Azure. This actually shows the step by step. So which means with your personal Microsoft account, you can also get the same thing. Just follow this step. All the steps, step by step, they are here. We are going to provide the link. If you check the message or the chat, you are going to see the link. So you need to create an Azure account. Once you create an Azure account with your personal email, then you can now create. I actually did the same thing for this. For this account I'm using, I'm making use of Azure. However, I have Azure subscription. Okay. So what you need to do is, this is my personal. I have Azure subscription with my personal. As a Microsoft certified trainer, we are given some of their benefits. Some of our benefits. We have, to some extent, free Azure subscription. Okay. So I want to log into my Azure and maybe show you how you can easily do it. It's so easy. So I'm logging into my Azure subscription with my personal email now. This is my personal account. What do you need to do is to go and create user. The same document we gave you is what you have here. Users, come to users. You see the amounts are my current credit on Azure 149. So see the user. Just come to user and create new user. Once you create the new user, it's going to come with Microsoft domain. See, this is the user we're actually using for this fabric. I just created a new user, put the name, and automatically you can use it to log into Fabric and get your free trial. And remember, once you get the Fabric, automatically you also have Power BI. So if you have not worked on Power BI service before, you can easily make use of this. All right, on this note, we are going to be ending the class. I want to appreciate everyone. So before we end, is there any question before we end it? Any question? So yes, please reach out. Yes, please.
The fee for the exam, AP 600, 700, 800. Cost.
Yes. The cost depends on your location. For people in Qatar, it's 80 USD. For people in the US, I think it's 120 or 100 USD. But if you're able to get this voucher, you are going to write it for free. The last week or last 2 weeks, we had AI Vest. We put this information to the community. Some of our community members were able to, they're able to, how should I put it? Some of our community members, they got the message, they're able to use it, and now they have a free voucher. Even me, I got a free voucher from it. And this is another one. So please, as I said earlier, when you are not informed, you'll be deformed. So a lot of people, when you are not in a community like this, or you are not aware of things like this, you just continue to use your money to write this exam. So you can actually, every time Microsoft is doing different events, and as a result, they are giving free voucher. But because we are Microsoft partner, we're able to get this information, first-hand information, and we are releasing it to our community so that they can all benefit from it. So this is one of the ways to benefit it. So you have this QR code is actually for our next batch. If you want to join our next batch in any of the courses, please scan the QR code, fill the form, and we are going to get back to you. Also, don't forget, if you want to meet with me, I put my LinkedIn at the first page. Reach out, okay? Let's be friends. Let's spread the good news. So we also have a LinkedIn page for KZ Solution Limited. The name is KZ Solution Limited. So we have WhatsApp community. Then our next cohort enrollment has started. Then for the DP600 group, we are going to be having a group. Just message us. Okay, we have a page class, and we have some. We can give you some free material. So for the paid one, we are going to, this is tutor-led, instructor-led section. We're going to teach you step by step what you need to know to have all of the skill.